Obviously, this 9-game win streak has been very important, but what has been the key of the win streak?
It's been the offense, and it hasn't only been 3, 4, 5 runs a game. Again, 30 runs in 2 games, and the pitching's been phenomenal lately. It's coming around.
There's one key, and that's Adrian Gonzalez. He is the reason why the Red Sox are winning. He's the sole reason. Look at Poppy. Even Poppy's hitting the ball the other way. Adrian Gonzalez, probably one of the best lefty swings ever, drives the ball the other way. David Ortiz, maybe I should start doing that. Starts hitting the ball the other way.
17 home runs for Ortiz. It's like back in the
and
days
a
of
23 average or something.
Watch that word when we're talking about baseball. Watch the S word.
Oh, yeah. But it's just everything's clicking. And something that really means a lot to a team, their closer, Jonathan Papelbon, has 12 saves on the season, and the Red Sox almost have 40 wins. What that shows is they're not winning these games 3-2 or 6-5. They are destroying, they're humiliating teams, as we've seen with 30 runs over the past 2 games. They are just taking down teams, good teams, some bad teams, but they got to take down everyone if they want to be able to put together a World Series run.
And it's still very, very early.
It is.
I mean, I still want to knock on wood again because we're so high on this team right now, but we just got to watch. It's a really long season. We're only a quarter of the way there, so hopefully they can keep it up, but
Never know.
Okay, guys, so talking about the pitching, obviously, Daisuke Matsuzaka now out. You can take that as good or bad for the Red Sox. Obviously, you don't want to cheer when a guy gets hurt, but Terry Francona seems so determined to play him, and now that option is out of the books. John Lackey pitching well, picks up the win yesterday. A guy I've personally been harsh on. I know not too popular in Boston since he was brought over, but he's been pitching well. The rest of the rotation's going well. Is this just a hot spot for the pitching, or are the pitching woes behind us?
Well, this is just a hot spot. From what I've seen of Lackey, he's been too inconsistent. Every time he pitches like, a 2-run or 3-run game, every single time that he pitches an 8-run, a 9-run game. Same with even sometimes Beckett can implode.
every pitcher has bad games, though.
Yeah, every pitcher.
Unless you're Roy Halladay.
Lackey's a
Roy
different story,
Halladay.
though. Lackey is one guy in this rotation. You look at the 2 guys who come to the front of my mind, John Lester and Josh Beckett. Those are 2 guys who have been the best of the best. They're 2 of the top 5, top 10, maybe even top 5 pitchers in the league right now. Beckett's not getting the wins because he just really doesn't get lucky. He goes out there and gives up 2 runs through 7 innings and gets a no decision or something, but he has been a man on a mission. You saw the AL leader in wins now, John Lester, with 9. It's all coming together. The bullpen's been there. Daniel Bard's starting to finally wake up. Papelbon, when they've needed him, which hasn't been very often, has always been there. And everything, the hitting, but also the pitching, is all coming together for this team right now.
I have to agree. And the pitching hotspots, no, they got that out of their system already, too. Everything's out of the Red Sox system. This is the Red Sox team. This is what you're going to get.
Don't be so sure.
Very nice, guys. I like the distinctity of that. You both did it at the same time. So with Daisuke going down, a question of the pitcher rotation that's been brought up. You have Lester, Beckett, Buchholz, and Lackey. Who's the 5th guy? Does Wakefield get some starts?
Yes, sir.
Do we see Chavez come in, a guy who maybe should have been used as a starter, used in the bullpen in New York, felt like he was used wrong, or do we see someone come up from the minors?
Yes. And you can't put in
Yes
Wakefield.
to what?
Yes to what?
He has 8
Bring
different
someone up
questions.
from the minors. You can't
You bring
put-
someone up from the minors?
No, you
Because
can't.
they've given Wakefield starts, he's done well.
Yeah,
Wakefield.
you're either going to get 8 innings, 2 hits, and a run off him, or 4 innings, 7 runs, and 10
That's
hits.
the only
You're gonna
I mean,
problem with
that's
the
a
knuckleball.
knuckleball pitcher, though.
That
Out of
depends
a-
if the knuckleball
Out of a
dances.
number 5 pitcher, a 500 record it isn't that bad. If he's 10-10 on the season because he pitches lights out sometimes
I think
and
he's
he
too
absolutely
inconsistent.
collapsed,
No.
out of your number 5 pitcher, I'd take it.
You know, I
I
think
agree.
Yeah, I went to the Paw Sox game and I saw nobody that could be as good as Wakefield as the number 5 starter.
I have to agree. Especially that knuckleball, when it dances, he is untouchable.
He's still unique.
That's a risk that I'm taking. And then if you're not pitching well, then you put in some long reliever who really cares. That's one game where you can eat up the bullpen.
And you got to like the guy. He's been a great guy. He's been
Yeah.
loyal to Boston for so long. Why
Yeah.
take him out?
He's been a Red
And-
Sox for too long.
Yeah, he's been on the team forever. And interesting stat, 13-0 all-time at the Rogers Center. A guy, when there's no weather and you play in Tampa, the only indoor stadium in baseball, the Rogers Center, is 13-0. You got to at least keep him active, use him sometimes. I think he's too old to the point where he can't be a regular in the rotation, but maybe you have like him and Estevez kind of going at the same time every once in a while. You bring a spot starter and something like that. So really quick, yes or no, this is my prediction, and I said this before the Yankees series. If they sweep this series, they will not lose the lead in the AL East again this season. Yes or no, is this true?
Yes. They swept the Yankees. No way they lose this lead. This Red Sox team is too good to lose the lead. So I'm really confident, and I think they can hold on. It's going to be tough.
Yes.
It's going to be very, very tough.
Okay,
Yes, the Yankees are not as good as the Red Sox. The pitching so far, the Red Sox have been better, and the hitting.
I'd like to skip myself, go right to Sam.
I think
I'll come
yes.
back.
I mean, obviously they're not going to have 9-game win streaks like this all the time, but I think they're going to start playing consistent baseball.
They are going to lose the lead in the AL East. If you've been watching the Red Sox and the Yankees and even the Rays as of late, come July, come August, it's going to get close. It's going to be everyone in there fighting game by game. It's going to come down in the end. Are they going to keep first place the whole time? No. Are they going to probably be tied a couple times? Is it going to switch back? Yes. I think they'll come out on top, but don't be so sure that a little 2-game lead in June means anything.
I'm
You're
not
right.
saying they're going to win it by 14
That's a
games,
good point. That might change my opinion.
A 2-game lead in June
2-game
is
lead
gone.
and growing.
Is gone
Growing.
in a week.
Definitely growing.
It can be gone in
I
a
have
week.
to agree with
It's
Barth
growing,
Lawrence.
but they had the lead a couple weeks ago. It went away, it came right back. It's the AL East. If you've seen it over history, no team really has a grasp on it at any point in the season.
All right, well, that's a very bold opinion, Max. We're going to have to take a break so we can go outside now, board up the doors and windows for the angry mobs. Sure to be heading to the studio, but we come back. It's playoff hockey in Boston. We're going to talk Bruins, who are fighting to stay alive in the Stanley Cup Finals. Don't go away.